Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Push Square, and if you didn't know, Sony casually dropped the PlayStation VR patch for WipEout Omega Collection onto the PS4 today, and it's transformed the fast-paced futuristic racer into one of the best virtual reality experiences that you'll find on the platform. This seriously is an extraordinary achievement. It's so impressive that I'm struggling to believe that it's actually free, and after over an hour of gameplay I haven't had a single pang of motion sickness yet, despite racing obviously at breakneck speeds. So I'm going to get into my initial impressions in this video. Please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more PlayStation VR content. With that said, let's get into it. So how does this actually even work then? Well, despite the game's constant reminders regarding motion sickness, the default settings are actually very cleverly conceived. So the camera is actually locked to the cockpit as a standard, and that means that the vehicle twists and turns around you. You can obviously change this and lock the camera to either the track or the pilot's head if you prefer, but this obviously means that you're going to be tilting and turning all over the place. I personally prefer the standard setting, but your mileage will vary, and it's good that the options are there so you can pick which you personally prefer. The game also includes some blinkers around the edges of the vehicle's window screen itself. So think of this like the kind of shields that horses wear when they're out on the road. It kind of limits your peripheral vision and helps you to focus on the track directly in front of you. Now, when I was capturing this footage, I actually couldn't figure out how to turn this feature off, but I've since found it, and you can turn the blinkers off if you don't want them there. Again, much like the camera setup, I prefer the added comfort that the blinkers provide, but you know, you can turn them off if you want to, and I can definitely confirm that you can turn them off. There's even a traditional third-person viewpoint if you want the virtual reality experience but you don't want to be inside the cockpit of the cars themselves. So beyond that, it's important to note that this is the entire game. This isn't a Gran Turismo Sport situation where you're getting a small slice of the experience. You actually have access to everything. This spans from the menu screen, which has been revamped to create a 3D image with like futuristic vehicles whizzing by in slow motion while you peruse the options, all the way through to all the modes and features from the main game. So this includes the trio of campaigns taken from WipEout 2048, WipEout HD and WipEout HD Fury, and it means you get every vehicle, every track, as well as, like I said earlier, everything from the standard races to the zones mode, and the latter obviously looks massively impressive in virtual reality, as I'm sure you can already imagine. So the other improvements include the addition of 3D audio, so you can actually now like hear the position of rockets and other weapons as they whiz past your ear. And because the game was already rendered in native 4K on the PS4 Pro, the visual presentation is among some of the best that I've personally seen on PlayStation VR today, and I've played a lot of PlayStation VR games. The image quality is outrageously clean, and you don't get very much at all of the blurring and the jaggies that you usually find when you play a game on Sony's headset. It's really impressive. So to summarise, this has kind of become one of the best virtual reality releases on the PS4 today, and that's happened out of nowhere and overnight. While I did criticise the original release of WipEout Omega Collection for recycling the same set of content that we've seen on other platforms too many times in my opinion, experiencing it all again in virtual reality is revelatory. The fact that Sony's managed to deliver an update of this quality free of charge is frankly astounding, and pairing its release with the headset's recent price drop may prove to be a masterstroke. Make no mistake, this is a killer app, it's really that good. But have you managed to take WipEout Omega Collection for a spin with PlayStation VR yet? What are your thoughts on this jaw-dropping patch? Let me know in the comments section below. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more PSVR content, and as always, thank you so much for watching.